Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Hitman. And in today's video is going to be something different. I know a lot of people do a lot of custom t-shirts for your wrestlers or for elites in general. And, sometimes you guys don't want to pay that $12, $15, $20 mark. I'm going to try to show you guys the way you can do it yourself. So basically what you guys would need is, first of all, you need this. This is something that Walmart sells or your Hobby Lobby. Let me see if I can zoom out. Hold on. I guess not. Do it manually. I won't let me zoom out. Anyways, it's called the Easy Boutique Image. These are transfer sheets. Obviously, you put it on your computer as like if it was printing paper. You print the image you want on there, and it comes out. And they come out like this. Like this one, obviously, you have to cut it out, and I cut it like perfectly around. So this is like an old one that I have. Even your Walmart sells these. I think Walmart sells them for a little bit more. I think they're like 14 bucks. I bought this one for $9.99 at your local hobby storage or whatever. This says for like dark colors. They do sell a white or light color one, which there are different brands. This one I got at, I think it was Walmart, but you need to have the inkjet printers. Anything with inkjet will work. And, you transfer it. So we'll be using those. That way you guys can, buy them at Walmart, wherever you guys want to go with that. And for 10 bucks, buying that and investing in some, I'm using this. I wouldn't recommend you guys use this type of material because it's not an actual, you need to use 100% polyester fabric. This is just something I bought just for my AEW pop-up stage, just for the back. It's only like, I think I paid like $4 for it. You can use it, but you got to be careful once you're stretching it that it won't, dissolve or rip or whatever. But I'm just going to use this as an example. That way you guys can learn and you can do it at home. Also, you guys can also cut a piece of cardboard. This is what I use to make shirts. You can make the little sleeves here, but it doesn't really matter. If you're always measuring, you always measure from the tip. So I run these like almost at, I'll say 4.5 or so, and then lengthwise you can do 2 inches wide. It just depends on the figure. If you're doing like a big show or somebody bigger like Kevin Owens, you'd have to run it like to maybe 2.5. That way you have that extra wiggle room. But once you cut that out, you have your little outline template. In which for these, I use a Sharpie, which, it's obviously for my collection. If I was doing it for somebody, I'd do it differently. So basically the way this would work, you trace over your little outline you guys have here. I ran out of the actual polyester material, which I haven't bought any, so I'm just using this. Or you can use like an old t-shirt you guys don't use anymore. It doesn't really matter as long as you're able to have like some fabric. But the poly, 100% poly would work. The polyester, that was more durable. So once you have that, you have your little image here, and we'll just cut for it. I'll do this away from the camera, that way I can cut it. Hopefully it's straight. don't get me wrong, you know, there's people that do make this for a living and they gotta charge what they gotta charge, but you know, I'm trying to help out the people that don't want to drop 12 bucks a pop on a t-shirt, in which, yeah, they might be professionally made or hand sewn or machine sewn, but you're obviously able to do this yourself also without having to pay for that and pay shipping, which almost be paying 20 bucks just for one little shirt. I'm gonna cut it all the way, throw away that. I'm just hoping it comes out good with this type of material. You guys can order like the 100% polyester. Walmart has it on their walmart.com, because in store they'll sell you like this type of cheap looking, which is not worth it in my opinion. But I'm just using this as an example, that way I can show you guys. Once you have that cut out, obviously you're gonna fold it in half, like I'll do it inside out like this, like so. Even it out basically. And then what you're gonna do after that, you're gonna sew the sides, which if you're good at hand sewing, it's not that hard to do. And which in this process, I'm gonna have to fast forward all the boring stuff, but I'll show you guys regardless. You just want to get enough string, like so. And then obviously you do the basic steps here. And what you gotta be really patient if you're gonna be doing your own t-shirts. But at the end, you know, it'll be worth it. You know, the more and more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So once you run it through there, make sure these are pretty even at the end. You make a knot, like so. Like that. And then you put these in the middle. And then you have this little knot at the end, so whenever you're weaving through, I'll do the first little side real quick. Hopefully this material can handle this. And you'll pull like that, and then you just do the opposite side, like so. And you go back and forth. Just like that, and you keep doing it. You're gonna wanna go all the way for, say, maybe stop somewhere around here. You're gonna wanna leave a little gap like there. That's where his little arm's gonna come out. So make sure you sew it to there. And then you cut it. I'll skip to the next process once I'm there. So I'll see you guys once I'm to this part right here. All right, guys, I'm getting there now. And which are just back and forth. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Once you reach that point, you make another, obviously, a loop like you did the first time with a needle. A circle like this. And then you run this through, or however you guys want to do it. Make sure once you do this, you push this circle, or the knot here. Push this all the way to the very end. That way, whenever you guys are going to cut it, it makes a knot at the base of the shirt over here. So you might want to hold on to this side and pull. Keep pulling. And then you'll see the little knot right here. You see that little knot? You want to cut in front of that. You don't want to cut behind it because that's what's going to hold it in place. So you do with that, you cut it right in front of it. So whenever you pull, you'll keep it in place. And then with the leftover string you have from this one, obviously you throw it away and cut another one because you're going to need more to do the opposite side. In which I'll do that right now. And then you guys can fast forward to the next part once I have the opposite side done. Like I said, this is going to take a few, which by the time I'm done doing all this, I'm going to have to edit. And then you guys will see the end results. Make another knot again, like you did before. You pull it through. You have a knot there. Make sure you cut in front of it, not behind it. If not, it will make all that stuff you did come undone. Once you're done with that, you can yank, and then you flip it inside out. I'm gonna cut these off already. Cut it there. There we go. Once you have that, you turn it inside out, like so. Hopefully this material can handle the abuse it's about to withstand, putting the arms through there. So that's what it looks like. And you guys tell me if it looks like the ones that come with the toys. So obviously it's not the same material, which I've mentioned that in the beginning. There's my shirt, and here's the one that, you know, Mattel comes out with, which obviously this is, you know, polyurethane, polyester, I mean, my bad, 100%. And theirs are a little bit bigger, besides they have the little cuffs, but it's the same format as you guys can see. You do have the choice if you want Velcro on the back, in which, you know, I got Velcro right here. But with this one, you can leave them like this and just slip the wrestler through there, but I don't know, I'm still debating which way I'm gonna go with this. It's just, I don't know if the material is gonna handle the stretching. But anyways, once you do all that, you fold this in half again, like so. And to cut the little, where the head would go in, you want to cut this part right here. And you cut like that, like almost like an upward precision. You just gotta basically figure it out, which I kind of cut it crooked, but anyway, once you do that, you flip it inside out again. Now where the whole image is going to come in, I'm just going to put it on this side right here. So for example, if it's the Hounds of Justice right here, to stretch it out or just flatten it out. This will go right here, as you guys can see. This paper, you need an iron, which I got this little iron right here. You need that. You can preheat this first, and which when you buy this paper, this transfer paper, you have to peel the back like so. In case you guys didn't know how people do it, this is how they do it. As you can see, you can peel this stuff off. Close up. You keep peeling this off. Once this is done, this is what's gonna go on top of your t-shirt. And which I still gotta connect this iron, so I'll see you guys once it's warmed up and in the process. All right, guys, I'm back. Now, once you want to do is like preheat the shirt a little bit, press it down for a few seconds, like at least 20-30 seconds. And then you want to position your shirt on here, or your logo, or whatever it is you guys are going to use. Which I'll leave them like this for now. You can use that little transfer tape, or not tape, but that paper that comes with this things with the shirts, which is some of this heat transfer. Put that over it, you apply the heat on top, put pressure on it, and leave it on there for a few seconds. At least 30 seconds or so. I'm hoping this material of cloth can withstand all this. More than likely it can rip. Like I said before, this fabric's not meant for these type of shirts, if you know what I mean. But, you know, it's not gonna hurt me to risk this little, you know, logo. As long as I'm able to show you guys how everything's done. That's how majority of the people that make custom t-shirts, this is how they do it. But instead of hand sewing it, they have machines, special machines for that. So if you guys want to save money and do it yourself, this is the way. And trust me, you guys can make as many shirts as you want. There, you let that cool down a little bit. As you guys can see, that's what it looks like. Let it cool down for a little bit. As you guys can see, it starts to pop out, the colors do. It got cold, you run it like that again, but without the transfer, and you leave it on there for a few. It might stick on. Leave it for a little bit because you don't want it to burn. But if you want to play it safe, just put this back on it if you guys want. Move it in circular motions for like 10 seconds or so. And there's that. Turn this off now. It should be good to go. Take off your transfer. Let that cool down for a little bit. And I can just try it on this AJ Styles if it doesn't rip in the process. I might have to slip it over his head. Yeah. And that's how you do that. I just hope this material don't rip. It shouldn't rip, but I guess we'll find out. The way if you guys would want Velcro on the back of these instead of sliding them through the top, obviously you cut through the middle. You can, they sell two different kinds of Velcro. You can get the sew on, and they do sell the sticky on, or you stick it on. I wouldn't recommend the stick on because that eventually will, you know, come off, or you know what I mean, and leave all that residue from the glue there. But having to sew on this by hand kind of work, like some work, but you know, you'll get what you want. But I'm just gonna do this, the slip on for now, for the video. And now let's slide this over the Sage Styles real quick. This would go on a Seth Rollins, or I just don't want it to rip, if that makes sense. If it does rip, then you guys already know why. If you're gonna do the slip-on style like this, make sure you guys put the hands on first, as you guys can see. And I just don't want it ripping on me. It might, I'm not sure, hopefully not. And you just push down. Uh-oh. I forgot to take his elbow pad off. But yeah, it's really important whenever you guys are doing the sleeves here, how much you're gonna, hopefully it doesn't rip. Hold on, guys. You gotta play it really safe. It'll probably rip because of his elbow pad. I know I should have took his elbow pad off. But let me see if I can get it without ripping. Yeah, I have to take it off. It's like it's gonna rip. Yeah, if I had the 100% polyester, I wouldn't have this issue. I'll just stretch over it. But I'll take off his elbow pad. You guys can take their hands off to make it easier. It don't really matter which way you guys do it. But this shirt is gonna go on there. That's when you guys are sewing the sides. Make sure you sew up far enough that you have openage. It's just this material of, you know, shirt. It's not meant for what I'm trying to do. So slide this on there, and then we slide the other side on. Slide it through, slide it through. Yeah, I think I cut too much, and it did rip a little bit, as you guys can see on his chest. Or yeah, you guys can see it. But overall, once you have the right material for the shirts here, as you guys can see, this is what it looks like. hopefully this was able to, you know, help you guys with how to make a shirt. Like I said before, don't use this type of material, as you guys can see there. It ripped because I was trying to pull it out, as you guys can see. But anyways, that's how the shirt would look. Just don't get this fabric, that's all I gotta say. Anyways, hopefully this video was helpful enough for you guys to be able to make your own. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Hit the like button. Let me know what you guys think about this. The material you guys want to get is the 100% polyester. This is like basic fabric, like cheap fabric, if that makes sense. And you don't want that for this because of those reasons right here. It'll start to rip once you start stretching it, like so, as you guys can see. But hopefully I was able to help you guys with all this, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram. I'll leave the links in the description below. It's your boy, Hitman, and thanks for watching.